If you're tired of scammers calling you or unknown numbers or even private numbers calling you on either your Samsung phone, if you have a Samsung phone, or even on an Android phone, here's the two settings that you can use to your advantage to block off those scammers or spam calls and even unknown private numbers. So I got a Samsung phone here. I got a OnePlus phone here. The Samsung phone is going to use the default Samsung dialer app, which is this one right here, whereas most Android phones will be using the Google dialer app. So I'll start off with the Samsung phone to show you where to find these two settings. You'll go into the Samsung phone app dialer, this one right there. When you enter into it, you'll see this here. Then go to those three dots at the top right. As you tap on that there, you'll see these options. You'll go to settings. And under settings, you'll see these two settings or options, block numbers and caller ID and spam protection. Tapping on block numbers here, you'll see this. You'll tap on where it says block calls from unknown numbers. That's your first step to your protection. Turn that on. You also have this section here where if there's still a number that's constantly calling you or messaging you, you can tap in this section here. This is going to show up and you'll input that number in to block off that number. Once you put in the number, press the check mark, then press on this plus right here. That's going to add it as part of the list of numbers that you have blocked manually. You can come back and tap on the minus to unblock the number just in case it was your grandmother trying to call you and you just didn't know, okay? Now you can go into the block spam and scam calls right here, this part right there. But if you don't happen to see it there, you can always come out and check for this section here. Here you can turn it on, but I would recommend that you tap here, then turn it on from here so you can see the other options that you can choose from. So you can block spam and scam calls. Then there's this thing here that says only block high-risk scam calls or block all spam and scam calls. I would recommend that you go with all so that you won't have to worry if your phone can even detect which one is high risk or not. So this is gonna save you a lot of trouble and scammers messaging you and all that stuff there. So this is for your Samsung phone. And of course you can come back and turn these off at any given time. Now on your Android phone, whether it's a Pixel phone, a Google phone, the Nothing phone, or any other Android phone that's using the Google Dialer app. As you tap here one time, you'll be taken to this section here. Yours may be a different color depending on your color layout. But the key is to go right here at the three dots at the top right there. And you'll go to settings. Once in the settings section, the first thing you will notice is at the top under assistive, you'll see caller ID and spam. Once you tap on that there, you will see these options here. And I would recommend turning on both of them, see caller and spam ID, as well as filter spam calls, prevent suspected spam calls from disturbing you. So this is gonna help prevent most of those incoming calls that you don't know who. Now, as you back out of it, on your Google Dialer app itself, under the general section, you'll most likely also see blocked numbers. This is where you can go in individually and input those numbers manually, I should say, not individually. All right, but you can start off by turning on unknown block calls from unidentified callers. Turn this one on here. And you can also come right there where it says add a number. Tap on that one time. Okay, so just as you tap here, that's gonna allow you to, you'll notice the keyboard will pop up here. If it takes a while to respond, just tap it again, as you can see for yourself. And this is gonna pop up here and you'll tap here now so your dialer could show up and input that number in, okay? So I'm just gonna put a random weird number just to give you an idea of how it works and select block. Once you do that, it's gonna say blocked and then you'll see the list of numbers here to be blocked. So you can now go into the recent calls section, find all those people who are unknown, private, or possibly scammers that has been calling you and still calling you, and input that number there so you can actually block it off. And of course, if you found out later on that that was your grandmother or your grandfather calling you, then you can come back here and tap on the X to remove that call that was blocked, okay, that number that was blocked, all right? And you can repeat this if you need to, okay? So if this guide helped you out in any way, like and sub. Also, let me know in the comment section if you had a Samsung phone or just another Android phone.